Hello students, today we are going to study the electrical properties of the solid. First, there are two questions. What is the electrical conductivity? Transfer of the charge through the any substance is called electrical conductivity. Second question is that what is meant by terms electrical insulator and semiconductor. What is the electrical insulator? Electrical insulator, the substance which have the electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to minus 20 to 10 raised to minus 10 ohm inverse, meter inverse called insulator. And what is the semiconductor? Semiconductor is the solids, substance, material having the electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to minus 6, 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to 4 ohm inverse, meter inverse called semiconductor. Okay, so again I tell you what is electrical conductivity. Electric conductivity is the charge transfer through the substance, current transfer through the substance. And what is meant by electrical insulator? The solid having the electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to minus 10 to 10 raised to minus 20 ohm inverse, meter inverse called insulator. And semiconductor is the solid having the electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to 4 ohm inverse, meter inverse. Okay. Solids, next see the solids show the wide range of the electrical conductivity. According to electrical conductivity, solids are categorized into conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Solid have the wide range of the electrical conductivity. According to this electrical conductivity, solids are classified into three types: conductor, insulator and semiconductor. So see the first, conductor. What is the conductor? Solid having the electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to 4 to 10 raised to 7 ohm inverse, meter inverse called conductor. For example, all the metals are conductors. For example, all the electrolytes, that is the ionic solids, are conductors. Metal conduct electricity by movement of the electrons, while electrolyte conduct electricity by the movement of the ions. Students, here note that metal, in the metal, electricity is transferred by the movement of electrons. Conduct electrolytes, electricity transferred by the movement of the ions, and the metal conduct electricity by movement of the electrons, while electrolyte conduct the electricity by the movement of ions. Which are the electrolytes? All the ionic compounds are the electrons. They conduct electricity point, insulators. Solids having, substance having low electrical conductivity, that is in the range 10 raised to minus 20 to 10 raised to minus 10 ohm inverse, meter inverse. That solids are called insulators. ज्या सॉलिडची electrical conductivity is 10 raised to minus 20 For example, non-metals and molecular solids are all the non-metals molecular solids and non-metals acts as insulators. See the point. Next point, semiconductor. These are the solids. These are the solids having the electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to 4 ohm inverse meter inverse. Okay, substances solid having the electrical conductivity in range 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to 4 ohm inverse meter inverse are called semiconductors. Semiconductors are intermediate substances between the conductors and insulators. Metalloids, for example, silicon, germanium, belong to this category. That is the germanium, silicon are the semiconductors because their conductivity, electrical conductivity is the range 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to 4 ohm inverse meter inverse. Now, students, see the next point, band theory. Electrical conductivity of solid metal, non-metal and metalloids are explained on the basis of the band theory. Okay. So band is made up of closely packed electronic energy levels. Band formation can be correlated to the formation of the molecular orbitals, that is the MOs, by interaction of atomic orbitals. Okay. First, here there are. Can you recall? There are two questions. How many molecular orbitals are formed by interaction of the two atomic orbitals? Do you know how number of molecular orbitals are equal to number of atomic orbitals? So there are two atomic orbitals and therefore molecular orbitals are also two. How many atomic orbitals are there? Two, and that's why there are two molecular orbitals also. That is, the number of atomic orbitals is equal to number of molecular orbitals. Here two atomic orbitals are and therefore two molecular orbitals are formed. Okay. And second question is what is the metallic bond? The bond in the metals called metallic bond. In short, the bonds between atoms of metal and their electrons are called metallic bond. So see according to molecular theory, MO, their interaction of atomic orbitals of combining atoms result in the formation of the equal number of MOs spread over the entire molecule. That is, मुलांना आताच पाहिलं की जेवढे atomic ऑर्बिटल असतात तेवढेच molecular orbitals तयार होतात. यावेळेस जेवढे atomic ऑर्बिटल कंबाईन होतील, जेवढे कंबाईन झाले तेवढेच molecular ऑर्बिटल सुद्धा तयार होतात. म्हणजे की दोन atomic ऑर्बिटल कंबाईन झाले तर दोन molecular ऑर्बिटल तयार होतील. म्हणजेच मुलांना काय की जेवढे atomic ऑर्बिटल इंटरॅक्ट होतील तेवढेच molecular ऑर्बिटल तयार होतील. म्हणजे दोन atomic ऑर्बिटल कंबाईन झाले, इंटरॅक्ट झाले तर molecular ऑर्बिटल दोनच तयार होतील. चार atomic ऑर्बिटल कंबाईन झाले, इंटरॅक्ट झाले तर चार molecular ऑर्बिटल तयार होतील. तर अशा प्रकारे बँड फॉर्मेशन, बँडमध्ये molecular ऑर्बिटल तयार होत असतात. Similar to these interactions of energy level of electrons in the closely packed constituent atoms in the solid result in the formation of the bands. Band theory considers the formation of the two types of the bands. That is, in the band theory there are two types of the bands are formed. First band is called conduction band and second band is the valence band. In the band theory, how many bands are formed? There are two bands are formed: conduction band and valence band. And in the band theory, another important concept is band gap between two bands, that is the valence band and conduction band. There is a gap. That gap is called band gap. Let us consider if this is the conduction band and this is the valence band. Okay, there are two bands. One is the valence band, one is the conduction band, and this gap between two bands is called band gap. So gap between the conduction band and valence band in the band theory is called band gap. Okay, I hope you are understood.